part about it, just this weird thing in my head that I thought that it was normal to just start lying about what happened immediately because I didn't want people to think that I had roaches on my shirt. Like, what does that even mean? The new Best in Show shirts, by the way, are just going to have palmetto bugs walking across the stomach.
That is gross, man.
Filthy.
Yeah, I hated it. I hated every minute of it.
Why'd you tell us the truth on the air? I wish you lied to us, too.
Yeah, exactly. Did you, maybe he did. It actually crawled up his nose.
Yeah, but I will be carrying a garbage bag to work now to put my my bag in at my desk because I guess somehow a garbage bag is airtight. But
imagine you find that at home. Imagine you bring one home and you find it at your house. You'll bug out.
It's just food. Don't bring food to or from, or don't keep food in your bag. When you have it, put it in the refrigerator.
What would make you think that? I don't keep food at my desk. Oh, the other thing is I also just moved my desk. This was my first official day in my new desk, so I'm assuming there was probably a guy who was just hanging out in that desk for years, or weeks at least, maybe a day. And I just disrupted his whole thing by coming in there and throwing stuff in that desk, and that's when he came out.
Did you name him?
Yeah, I called him Squishy.
Could you kill them? You end up killing
Squish
them?
D, and obviously. What else would I do?
Squish D is his rapping name, actually.
My name is Squish D, and I'm here to say that Raid Spray really burns. Wait, I can't even come up with a rhyme. Come on.
That's horrible.
So roaches. By the way, so I can cross number 2 off my list that says roach, chest, foot, hand.
Nice.
With a question mark?
I still don't know. I still don't know to this point. We want to talk about disgusting, filthy, awful animals. Michael Vick submitted himself, turned himself in this week, and he's now already serving his term, his jail term, even though he has not been sentenced as of yet. He'll be sentenced on December 10th. So I'd throw that out there. I find it intriguing that this week Sports Illustrated has a story about it, and there's a picture of Michael Vick in his baller outfit standing in front of his, pimped out, tricked out car with his pit bull on a leash in front of him and his big ridiculous gold chains. And I love it. I haven't had a chance to put it up on the wall in here yet, but it's absolutely going to be up on the wall in here. I want to blow it up into like an not even 8x10, like a poster size. Maybe the Muhammad Ali poster will get just covered with that.
How much jail time is he looking at?
He's looking at up to 5 years, but they expect about a year and a half is what he'll serve. That's what most people serve for this, and that's what most people say. Wow, why would he turn himself in before before it's time to be sentenced? And if you figure the year and a half thing, that means he'll get out in about April, May of 2009. He'll be out just in time for training camp.
Plus, it looks better for his actual sentencing. It can't hurt. It can't hurt.
Theoretically, it does look better for his sentencing, supposedly. Yeah, because he's voluntarily doing it, and theoretically, I say that, but any expert that's been asked about it said most judges will not give you leniency for turning yourself in and accepting guilt early. They're not going to bother with that. It's and that's the judge isn't going to be it probably will not be lenient because of that. Like I said, the main thing is a year and a half from now we'll put him in right before training camp for the NFL season starts, as opposed to waiting a month from now, and a year and a half from that will be a couple of weeks into training camp. I think it's a calculated move to make sure he can get back to football as soon as he possibly can.
And you think they're going to let him back? NFL is going to let him back?
Of course. Yeah? There's a team. There's always going to be a team out there that needs him. The Dolphins would sign him yesterday.
Do you think if he was a baseball player and he did this, do you think he would be allowed back?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Any sports
there's
pro?
any complication and intrigue and questionability about what people do. There's no reason that they stop anything. The only reason that Barry Bonds right now is going to have his issues. Why no team is going to sign him right now is because he's actually embroiled in a legal issue. If his issues were resolved as of right now, there would be a team that would sign him next year. Mm-hmm. It's no problem. Teams will always sign the Jason Giambis, even though he just got out of trouble. The people will always there's not going to be a question with anything like that. I would have expected the Falcon and sports fan maybe would have had an opinion on it, but I didn't realize.
Sports. I don't want Michael Vick back. I'm glad he's gone. I've been a little too lenient on him too. I was thinking he's doing a little time. The more I think about it, he should just be thrown in jail for 10 years.
Do you think he'll come back to Atlanta, Keith?
No, never.
10 years. Now we're going outside of what the sentencing guidelines.
10 years or a finger. Give us a finger. We'll let you go right now.
Oh, he would do it in a heartbeat.
On his right hand?
On his throwing hand.
Whoa.
Doesn't make a difference. You could learn to throw with four
What?
fingers.
He's gonna
How about his thumb? How about his thumb? If he took his thumb away, that's big.
Even if it's 4th and 80, he's gonna tuck and scramble and try to run it in anyway. So what's the difference?
If he doesn't have a thumb, he's never playing again.
Yeah, a thumb I wouldn't do. A pinky. I better be honest. I'm not a football player. I don't need my fingers for anything. Take my finger. You could take a finger off of me before sending me to jail for a year and a half. I have no desire to go to jail ever.
Why wouldn't Atlanta take him
that's
back,
a
though,
tough-
Keith?
yeah.
Why don't you think?
They're involved in all kinds of legal things of trying to get certain money back from him.
Yeah.
He's done with
Atlanta?
Yeah, he's done with Atlanta.
Yeah, all they're trying to get back to the signing bonuses and whatnot from him.
That he had to give back, all that stuff.
Plus, they're going to draft a top-notch quarterback this year anyway. So
I think I'd go to
Who,
jail.
the kid from Florida. He's going to be a Dolphin.
Tebow?
man. He's going to be.
he's
going to
go too high. I am hoping either the guy from Hawaii or the guy from Louisville. But
Chad Pennington?
yes, well, in a trade, the next number 1 draft picks for the next 10 years for Chad Pennington.
Oh, obviously, he's great.
Oh, poor kid.
Were you being honest with that metaphor, or is that just talking? You'd go to jail. You'd lose a finger before you go to jail for a year and a half.
Yes, I would.
So would I. Definitely.
Really?
Definitely. Jail is bad, dude.
Yeah. So is losing your finger for the rest of your life.
Don't
I'd give a hand up.
Totally.
I don't know if I would go.
I don't think I'd
I don't
give
know
a
if I would
finger
go
up.
so far as to go a hand.
Jail is bad.
I don't know if I would go so far as to lose even my opposable thumb. But one of the other 4
A
fingers, I
pinky.
think,
I'm saying the lesser pinky.
no
You
problem.
lose a pinky.
No
I
problem.
would too.
I'd lose all 5 of my toes. You can take all 5 of my toes or a
1, 2, 3,
pinky.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
I only have 10.
Remember when I brought Sesame Street up before?
Yep.
That was funny.
It was like a joke.
They put it out on DVD this week, and there's a warning on the first 2 seasons that parents should not let their children watch this.
Somebody at work mentioned this to me. I was like, yeah, wait, what do you mean that you're not supposed
Cookie Monster hadn't changed his diet to be more healthy yet.
He was eating pipes.
Yeah, he was eating pipes. There's a scene where
I got news for you. You know where he's eating pipes? Monster Piece Theater, where he does a reenactment of Twin Peaks.
Yes. Oh, really?
Awesome. It's awesome.
There's one where an old man takes a little girl by the hand because she's lost to take her to wherever.
His lair.
It was Gordon Jump. It was different strokes I was thinking of.
Takes her into the octagon.
Hold on, I'll find some more stuff.
Yes, you know what it was? It was actually during Thanksgiving. It was my wife's cousin that brought it up. That the first 2 episodes are actually seem to be geared more towards the adults than the children. I was just like, what?
Why would you do that?
So that you can watch a show with your child and not want to strangle the person on the television.
I'll tell you, man. I'll tell you that Blue's Clues, if not for the under the table weird comments that are going right over kids' heads, that show would be unwatchable. Because of that, it really is. It's actually a pretty funny show. But I love Blue's Clues for that. I love. There's lots of pop culture references. Again, I'm showing my dadness here, and I hate doing this and being like, "Oh, my kids are so great." But the Backyardigans, the weird pop culture references that they make, that not even pop culture, things from our childhood that our kids would have no idea what they meant, that are in there. They're outrageous.
I was around a kid who was listening to an Elmo something or other going on an internet application somewhere, and it was just his voice squeaking on and on about what kind of clothing you're supposed to wear in certain kind of weather types. I swear, I just wanted to cut my head off after a good 2 minutes of just his annoying, high-pitched voice, just over and over again, talking about, oh my god. As bad as Grover was when I was a kid, it must have been annoying to some of the adults around me. I watched Grover and Sesame Street all the time, but that was awful. Elmo was just
my mom wouldn't let me watch Mr. Rogers because it would make her so mad. She refused to let me watch him.
I used to watch Mr. Rogers.
Yeah, I did too when my mom wasn't around.
That was your porn.
My guilty pleasure. I would watch Benny Hill and Mr. Rogers. You were saying he has a pizza commercial?
Elmo has a pizza commercial now, and he sings he has a pizza pie or something.
Oh, I thought you had it.
No. I was just talking about it.
Yeah, I didn't. I don't know that. I don't. TiVo, man. I don't deal with commercials. Nonsense. Who am I talking? Who am I kidding? TiVo, man. I don't watch anything but Blue's Clues on a loop. I'm a huge fan of all that stuff. That's always the way I like to tie up a conversation, is say that I'm a huge fan of it.
Of all that TV stuff.
Yeah, programs and